Hello and welcome. It is the 22nd day of March 2019, and I just finished completing downloading the data for both DGB and Dash. There were a few corrections that were needed on the Dash side, and then I put it into the ratio, moved this into a program that I made on Small Basic. If you want to do this game, play this, you're going to need to download Small Basic. And then I have a link in the more information for this code. Download the code, run the program, fix the fonts, and to do so at the top on here, this is with Windows, the properties, you can select any fonts that you wish. I've completed the first test run, and I've done relatively well with this, and I did very much long-term trading, no short-term stuff, which I will be trying in this. It'll take a lot longer. It took a while to do 1,551 days. The change to this program, and I'm going to go through the whole thing if you're not aware of it. This is the main section, which on the top has the day number. I added that into it. And there's about a little under 1,560 in this, so I'm just completing it. I don't think there'll be another trade left. Definitely not long term. Short term, there probably will be because the price of DGB has been going down, so therefore this should be going up above the 14,466, but not by much. Then the ratio, which is just what I've imported from my spreadsheet. Price change, that's a simple mathematical calculation of that from the previous day. The amount of dash you would hold, the amount of DGB you hold in the game, displaying what the last three trades are. And I can improve that. I can show the last five, and I can say how many you bought and how many you sold, and how many of the other side you could have got. I don't even feel like doing that. It's a little tedious, but keyword is just a little tedious at that. And then the five options, I never really do the one or the three. Once I did recently, but it's really the two and the four. I focus on how many of one coin I want to sell, and then try to see if I can get some insane buybacks. And a couple times in this one here, I was able to. There is one insane day. I'm not going to say what day number it is. In fact, I wrote it down on a piece of paper, and I haven't even checked it out. But it's I'm going to check it up later on my spreadsheet. I'm not going to say the day and spoil it for you. But it was an insane day. It basically went way up or way down in one day, and I'm thinking it's a combination of two coins. I think I know what it is offhand, but that's what it is. So go to price is I'm going to show this in a second because I'm going to show the code. That's where you say, okay, say you're at 14,000. I don't want to buy unless it goes under. Say, well, last trade was 14.8. I had sell it 14,600, sold it at 21.6, bought it back at 14. So maybe buy it about 10.5, 11, maybe sell at about 18.9. And then sometimes I'll say 18.9 like I would have here, and it goes to 21. Okay, I'll do that. I'm just going to end this and see how it goes, as 52 would be down 1.5%. Okay, maybe it was the up, 6.5%. Okay, what the opposite direction? Or there's a few more days than I thought, which would make sense. There we go. 1,563 days. I think I started the game off with 2 dash. It wasn't many. DGB was somewhere around 5 digits, 25 or 50,000 of them. So I'm going to write this number down because this is my first score. And this is where I was just writing some code to do it. Let's see. Yep, it did it. So there's my score. So I would do stuff like, well, this is the main code for everything. I just wrote everything as I need to. So yeah, I started with 2 dash and 25,000 of the, well, in this case, well, DEF, I mean, I'm not changing the names. It doesn't matter. This is just for code purposes. So this went up about 12, 13 times. This went up about 21 times. You know what? That's not bad. That's pretty good, actually. Okay. So I'm going to show you just a brief idea how it works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push the publish button on here on small basic. And what publish does is it gives me, this puts it on the internet. So what you can do after having small basic is download this link. There, that got it available. And then you'll get the code that you'll need. So yeah, this is how we start off with day number 1. So if I push enter, the next day is a down day of 5.88%. But I want to go to a specific price, say. I don't want to buy unless it's like maybe around 9,000. Under 9,000 maybe. And I'm not going to sell unless it goes to say 14,250. So we're on day number 2. I'm going to push enter. We fast forwarded to day number 6. And the price went down to 6,923 on that day. It went down 32.57%. And then you say to yourself, you know what, screw this on this short-term moves. I want big moves, but no, I'm not going to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it because I don't want to even get you to tell you close to where that big day is. It's not in the first 200. It's not in the last 200. That's all I'll spoil you with. So therefore, okay, this is sell DGB. Enter DGB sell amount. Well, let's just assume I have 25,000, so I'm going to sell 10,000 of them. Okay, so I start with 2. Now, these are the things I want to do in this game is just have these substantial increases, 50, 60, 70, 80, 40% increase on whatever percent stacks. Because the price allocation and that insane day really helped me big time on that to get to the amount of dash that I had was because of that day. It was really because of that day. Well, I mean, all the gains still nonetheless, but that was the best day of the bunch. Which I still have to check on the spreadsheet. I don't even know what calendar day it is. I just know what cell number, or I just know what row number, day number on this it is because I've written it down. So let's confirm the order. Next day it goes up 22%, but yeah, I want to wait for a price point. Last trade was 69.23, so let's just say we go 4,505. Hey, if it goes to 89.96 or higher, let's sell. Fast forward 3 days, it goes to 12.1. So we can sell some dash. Maybe sell 0.834. We'll get 10,000 back, and there we go, a big refill from 25 to over 35, and that's really the name of the game. Okay, we got last trade of 12,143. Let's look to buy it, say, if it goes to 8,000. Let's sell it, say, 17, the slot machine numbers. We were on day 11. We move up 14 days to day number 25, and it goes down to 7,773. Okay, so we're going to do? Well, we're going to sell DGB. If it goes up, if it goes up, that means, I mean, the biggest coin is always going to be the one you have less of, like the Dash holdings. And when it goes up, you sell that coin. And when it goes down, you buy that coin or sell the DGB. So let's sell some DGB. The last price trade was 12,001 down to 7,000. Let's even do 10,000 and 31.308. We'll get 1.2 back. And it's always going to round it up top to 3 decimals on the dash. Or 2 decimals. Should be 3, maybe 2. I think it should be 3. But maybe it's 3.880 and that's what it's automatically doing. And then we do this again, go to price. Okay, so let's go 5,011. Let's enter a high price of, say, 17,125. And it goes down to 48, so we would sell some DGB. The last price point was 77. Now we're at 48. Maybe go 5,520. Get 1.13. So there's the 3 decimals on Dash. 9,500 left on DGB. When you get a lot of A reduction on one, increase on the other. Now you're just rooting for the opposite direction, which means you're rooting for the price to go higher. But you do whatever the market does. And let's just assume because of that, I'm going to wait for a really low price now. Because of that, I'm going to go 26 and a quarter. But I don't mind selling if it even goes to, like, say, even 11,000. And it goes down to 25.80. So I guess you would sell a decent amount of DGB again. You're going from 48 to 26. That's pretty good. Let's go 3,500. Get a 1 1/3 more, so you're now at 6.36. Definitely cheering for it to go up. So let's go like 12.25, like half down. Better than such if it's going to keep going down. And let's start selling it. I mean, the volatility is high, both like 36.96. We were on day 54, day 65. So now it goes up, so we can start to sell. So how many dash do we need to sell here to increase that? Oh, 6,000 amount of dash, and you don't need many. But it's going to be nice to increase that number large, though. So you sell dash. You got 6 1/3. If you do like one, you would not quite double up, but I think you'd want to sell a little more than that. Sell the dash down to 5, and you will do better than a double up on the DGB. So then we'll now go to the next price with the last trade at 48. Maybe you want to buy at 3,025. Maybe sell next at 6,200. Goes up to 68. And that's the whole beauty of this game is instead of having orders automatically executing it, you're going to wait, and then you can see, especially on that day that I talk about, that, oh my goodness, it's just so amazing. And there's some other all decent days too as well. And you get better plays. Now the downside is you're going to get orders that would hit on the intraday level that you normally wouldn't be getting as well. So it works in both ways. But you're going to be selling just a little bit. So you have 5. So let's just assume now if you sell 10%, which you want to sell more than that, that's 0.5. Sell 1, maybe go like 0.9. I mean, 33% increase or 50% increase, which would be from the get you up to 18 change. And it goes down a bit, but not enough at 53. We'll see what's smart. Now there's another 68. I could buy at 53, but I want cheaper. I want 4,000. We'll see if it works, because if it goes higher, it's going to be, obviously, it would be a good buy if it missed out buy opportunity. Sell it like, say, we can go for a big sale like 97.95. See, you could have missed out on a good buy, but still, you sell some dash. Maybe we sell 0.8 this time. We have 18.6. We'd add another 8 to it. So I'm going to end it there, because I'm not going to play the same way as I played the last time again and see if my score would be about the same, different. Rather, the next time I do this particular game, it would be for more advanced levels, showing a lot of short-term and long-term intricacies. I'm going to need a piece of paper on top of it, which is so easy, so I can document different trades back and forth, and then see if how well I can beat the numbers that I set the bar with that first score. I don't know what I might not even do that, because I want to get a few more pairings together. So if you know pairings again that you want to see, this with this. A big one is with DGB, because I love how you store it with the hardware wallet. I like the probability odds that it's going to continue doing well over the next little while. And its volatility, I think, is very, very spectacular. Its withdrawal fees, very, very low. So all of those things together, to me, make for a wonderful coin to do this with, which is, I mean, I'm doing with Litecoin at this stage. But to show different examples, and when I talk about Litecoin is, or within this strategy where you want coins that are not going to go down. At least if it's going to go down, it goes down in a beautiful choppy manner if it's going to do that. But throwing that one aside, you want the coin to either go up or go sideways against Bitcoin, or whichever base currency you look at it. But I like to use it against Bitcoin. And Then, when that's the case, you want at least one of them to consist of extreme or amazing, amazing volatility. But hey, if both of them have awesome volatility, then it's going to work. But if they lack that, I mean, you put Doji and Litecoin together, you get two coins that really lack volatility. So I don't really, I mean, I don't mind that trade. I mean, one of the things that's great about Litecoin as a holding fact is because of its lower volatility moves compared to these other altcoins, it's better for the traditional people to hold such a coin compared to some of the other ones, especially for those people that have a hard time handling these heart wrenching up and down moments, especially the down ones. And then, of course, the up moments. A lot of times, greed might get out of the way of good but or trading decisions too. So on both sides, up and down, yes. When they go way up and way down, the crypto markets, that is. So all right then. So the more information box has the link to the coding of this game. Yeah, it's a game, and that's what it is. It's gaming simulating the real game. It is set up in which if you want to with the rake, if I want to buy the ratio is 11,346. If I wanted to buy one dash, it would cost me 11,431. So that little bit extra is rake. It's not much, but you know what? There isn't much rake in the real world anyway. And that is that. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a magnificent day. Bye bye.